Yeah, we back. We're just gonna be rambling about the Eastern Conference today, and then maybe tomorrow I'll put a Western Conference out. Just give my thoughts on how the league is going right now. So let's start at the bottom. We have the Pistons, Hornets, Magic. I'll put them all in one category because those are still like teams that need some development or need like some key pieces or key players to develop because they're still all young talent. So they still got time to grow. Like you got Bobo Bourbon, which is on the Magic now, and he's doing well. You have LaMelo back, and the Hornets. Something needs to change up for that because either Melo's not going to be there because you know how the Ball family go. You know what I'm saying, or they get a good player to really keep them there. And then the Pistons, obviously, they're just developing the young talent. Cade, obviously, the franchise player right now. And that's what they're focusing on. So then you have number 12 is actually the Wizards, which is actually surprising because I thought the Wizards would be in a better position. But I guess they don't have they're just playing well, but not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like they have Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma, Kuzmo, whatever. They have decent players, but they don't have the players enough. I don't see any of them right now in their career as franchise players. I don't see any of them running for MVP. I don't see any of that. But I would like to see the Wizards do better because the Wizards are one of those teams that it's an interesting team. You can never really be surprised about what happens with the Wizards, and it's not like obviously a highly desired place to go. But I feel like once you get one or two players, it can become a Bucks team, if you know what I'm saying. So then we got the 11, which is the Bulls. Blow it up. Honestly, blow that stuff up. Like, it is not working. It is not working at all. DeRozan, I'll give you, DeRozan is playing well. They're still winning games, but, it's not enough. Since Lonzo has left and got injured, they just been going downhill. And they're supposed to be a contending team. A contending team cannot be in 11th place in the Eastern Conference, which is harder than the Western Conference, in my opinion, right now. So, just for the fact that they're that low, it's just not a good sign for them. So, I think they should blow it up, start on a rebuild, send Zach LaVine somewhere. Obviously, he just signed a contract, so you'd have to figure out how to get that to work and, get another player at the same contract or players like that at time. Said DeRozan somewhere because the DeRozan is old too. Vooch, I was never on that Vooch wagon. I'm not gonna hold you. I never really he's a cool dude. Don't get me wrong, but I was never on him thinking that he was the guy that they needed for the center. They got Andre Drummond on here too. My boy Alex Caruso, Laker for one. Derrick Jones is developing. They just have I think it's just a time that they need to start developing because the window is right now. They maybe next year if you're pushing it, but for DeRozan still, but that's not enough. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're coming out the East, especially not this year with the Celtics. When we're gonna talk about the Celtics, the Bucks, and the Cavs on the top. So then we also have the last year's pretender, which I never called the Heat pretenders. I thought they were a good team that just obviously had injury. I think Jimmy Butler is a franchise player. If you surround him with good pieces, I believe he could be that franchise player. But right now, they're sitting at 10th. So they are in the plan right now. And they will be going against the team that we're going to talk about next, which is the Raptor. But I just think they just need to, maybe get some injuries, get something fixed out. I wouldn't count the Heat out yet. Because they really do have, Jimmy Butler is a good player. Bam is good. Kyle Lowry, even though he's old, he's still a good facilitator. I don't know if Duncan Robinson, even though he's a horrible contract, if he starts shooting well, anything can happen. Max Strus developed to a good player. They have good players on here. They just need, something just to click or something just to boost them up to that standing that they're missing. You know what I'm saying? And the team that they would go against, let's say if the season ended right now, would be the Raptors. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't watched a lot of Raptors games, so I just seen clips and stuff, and I heard that Scotty is not taking the leap that some people think. Now, I'm not too sure about that. They did lose to the Magic a couple days ago, and they're playing the Kings tonight, and If you don't know this, I'm rooting for the Kings. I'm not gonna hold you. When we get to the Western Conference video, I'm gonna talk about the Kings. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be rooting for the Kings. But the Raptors, I personally never thought they were that team. I feel like they're missing one player to really bring them to the next level. Like, even though they have Scotty Barnes and they have, I trust Pascal Siakam. Fred Van Vliet is, he's there. OG Grant, Trent Jr., stuff like Otto Porter. Like, they're good players, but like they need like in 2019, they need a Kawhi type player to bring them to that level. I don't think them right now by themselves at least getting there. Now maybe when Scotty has developed to that type of player, they can get there, but that's still if and when. You know what I'm saying? It's not an instant thing. He's not like a LeBron or Michael that comes out dominating out the gate, or like a Shaq. It takes some time, I feel like, for Scott. It's going to take some time, maybe like 2 to 3 seasons for Scotty to get to that player. But I could be wrong, because right now, if we go to the Western Conference, you got the Grizzlies with and he's going crazy. So then we also now we're going to the 8th and 7th seed, which is the Pacers and the Hawks. I'll put them together since they'll be going against each other in the playoffs if it ended right now. Now, the Pacers are another team I don't watch, but if you're on NBA, if you're on basketball YouTube, you have heard about Tyrese Halliburton. And I'm not gonna lie, I get it. I get it now. I get it. My God, my eyes have been awakened to the Tyrese hype train and just the amazing thing that he does, and how good of a passive facilitator he is. Now, I heard they're trying to get off Miles Turner's contract and trade him, and Buddy Hield, obviously. So, obviously, Tyrese Halliburton is going to be the franchise player, which is what they're going to be focusing on. But, I like to just see where they go. I don't think they're going to make any run this season. I'm not really too sure about that. I think they're just going to be focusing on developing their talents and maybe getting a good pick in the draft. But that's actually the opposite of the 7th seed right now, which is the Hawks, which, they had the big trade offseason to get DeJounte Murray, excuse me, with Trae Young to pair them as a good backcourt, which, it's been all right, honestly. Like a couple weeks ago, I remember they were second in the NBA, and I think right now Trae's just not hitting his shots, and, there's just like minor stuff that's not going well for them, which I don't think I'm too worried about the Hawks. I don't think they're going to win, obviously, but I could see them making it to the second round of the NBA, of the playoffs. It's possible. I don't see them going any further with this cast. They got some good players. I know they're still trying to trade John Collins away, which, we'll see what that happens during the trade deadline or what trades available, but I'm not too scared about the Hawks. But I feel like they still need to develop, or someone needs to take another step to make them a true contenders. Which is, weird to say, because the person above them in 6th place, which is the first team that's just straight in the playoffs, which would play against the 3rd seed, which is the Cavs, is the Knicks. In my opinion, the Knicks are the most average team in my mind. Like, Jalen Brunson, he's been doing good. I give him that. Julius Randle, I don't believe in that man. He's a scammer. I mean, he's doing all right too. RJ Barrett, I'm not too much on the RJ Barrett train. I know he was a 3rd pick in the draft with Zion and Ja, but I wasn't really crazy into basketball at that time, so I didn't really know the hype and all that. But he's just a player to me. I feel like Scotty has more potential. D Rose, give him more time. I'm telling you, my boy D Rose can do this. Give him some time, please. Please. And then, Obi Toppin, obviously, excuse me, as a good player. They just give me mediocre vibes. I'm not going to lie. They give me the most average squad on here. Now, they're doing good. If they're going against the Cavs, I don't see them making it out the Eastern Conference right now. I feel like that's a first round exit for them in 5 or 6 games, because I'm on the Cavs hype, which we'll talk about when we get there. But that's just what it is for the Knicks. Now the Knicks the Knicks will always be a scary destination just because the New York, Texas, and California are high market teams. Like, regardless, you want to go to one of those teams because they have good value for you as a player too. So the Knicks, that's why the Knicks were always scary, because they know once they get that one player, that one franchise player, like they got Patrick Ewing in the past, they could really change up, and everyone would want to go to the Knicks now. And fifth place, we got the 76ers. I don't know if everyone's back from their injuries, but 76ers is actually a team that I can see contending. Like, if you have Joel playing like he was playing last year, James Harden actually playing like an actual NBA player, not just a facilitator, and Tyrese Maxey taking that next step, I could see them making it. I could see it all, the way making it. PJ Tucker, I think, is a good defensive mind. Could get those corner threes. Tobias Harrison, again, a good one. Maxto, I don't know how to say his. Tellable, whatever his name is. I think he's another good player that they have. I think they could be contenders. Do I see them winning, though? Sadly, not. I see them making it max to the Eastern Conference Finals, which, whoever they go against would be a slug, because right now they're playing against the Nets. So I could see them beating the Nets, actually, in the first round, and then whatever happens after that happens. But I could see them making it to Western Conference Final, but I don't see them winning at all. Which is weird, because the Nets is the opposite opinion. Like, not opposite, but, worst opinion, excuse me. Because I don't know. The Nets are so heavy-sided in my mind. Like, who they've been playing, they got some good wins, too. They got some good wins, but they also don't have some good wins, actually. Because I'm looking at their wins now, they beat, obviously, the Wizards, Pacers, Hornets, Raptors, Magic, Wizards, Pacers. They beat all those teams. Obviously, those are teams. No, actually, they lost to the Pacers once, but they lost to the Celtics. They lost to the Sixers. They even lost to my Lakers earlier in November. They lost to the Kings by a disgusting amount. So, it's scary because they're so top-heavy. Now, I haven't watched a lot of Knicks games in a minute, so, hey, you can fucking kill me with a steak if you want, but hey, I'm just saying, I just need to see more. I'll watch some more games to see it, because they have some good players. Cam Thomas, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Nick Claxton, Patty Mills, Joe Harris. They got some, and Utah, I don't want to butcher his last name, but you know what I'm saying. They have some good players, so I could, actually, I'm going to change my opinion. I think they could win it all. I've been saying this since, I think, in the summer. If the Nets win after all that drama, I would be laughing so hard, because I know people are going to be pissed. People are going to be so upset. And then let's just get to the top three. Let's talk about them basically all at once. So we have first seed is the Celtics, second seed is the Bucks, and third seed is the Cavs. I can see any of these teams making it to the finals. More specifically, I see the Cavs or Bucks fighting it out in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals, and one of them going to it. I'm still on the Bucks bandwagon. Not bandwagon. I'm on the Bucks train. I really think they were going to make it last year if Chris Middleton didn't get hurt, and I still think they're still going to make it, especially with a lot of them players, kind of rejuvenating, especially Brook Lopez playing great in the defense, really changing it, and then they have Carter, which is playing great, Bobby Portis, always doing amazing, Pat Connaughton doing good, Grayson Allen making another step with his free shooting, and then you have the big three of Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Jrue Holiday still playing amazing right now. So I honestly think they could make it and win the whole thing as a whole. I don't really see any team contesting them except for the Celtics right now. Now, we are still early in the season. Maybe the Cavs can change it up and and change my opinion. Maybe the Celtics, can do it some more. I know Jason Tatum right now. I think he's the front runner for the MVP, which, I'm not surprised with how he's playing. So, any of those three teams I can see making it. I'm more on the top two, but if the Cavs make it, I wouldn't be surprised either. So, yeah, that's just a quick, how my feelings and my opinions about the current state of the Eastern Conference. Obviously this is coming out the date that I posted, but it's December 14th. So we still have plenty of NBA games though. I don't even think we're halfway yet, so we still have plenty of games to go. So all of this could go out the window. The fucking Celtics could be at the fucking ninth seed because Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown get hurt. God forbid that, but anything could happen. So, let me know if you guys have any opinions. Let me know if you guys have any things that you can argue against me. I'm always open to talking about stuff. So, that's all. See you guys.